What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show. We discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, and stimulus check update. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below right now, as it's completely free to do so. And remember that new videos come out here every day on our YouTube channel at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, thanks so much for hitting the like button down below. Multiple different major headlines going on here right now. Let's jump right in. Number one, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives has tested positive for the virus. That is correct. Wow. Yeah, and as you can see here, she is 82 years old. She is actually 3 years older than President Joe Biden. Yeah, so she was born in 1940. So initial reports say that she is not considered a close contact with the president, but she has tested positive for the virus and she is vaccinated. Yeah, you could see that her office has announced that she is has tested positive and she is in quarantine. Her deputy chief of staff has announced in a statement saying that she is positive but is showing no symptoms associated with the virus, which is interesting. After testing negative this week, quote, Speaker Pelosi received a positive test result and is currently asymptomatic. The Speaker is fully vaccinated and boosted and is thankful for the robust protection the vaccine has provided. Has no symptoms, though. Does kind of make you wonder if it's a false positive. Quote, the speaker will quarantine consistent with the CDC guidance and encourages everyone to get vaccinated, boosted, and tested regularly. She was at the White House on Wednesday, so literally yesterday, alongside President Biden for the signing of a Postal Service reform bill. The announcement of her diagnosis came moments before she was scheduled to stage her weekly press conference in the Capitol, sending the gallery reporters scrambling to deliver the news. So she was at the White House yesterday, quote, alongside President Biden. And House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer says, quote, the pandemic is not over. Apparently. And quote, we're still having people die. We're still having people get sick. And we can't take our eye off the ball in making sure that we continue to help. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. And actually, when you look at new virus cases here, it looks kind of dwarfed compared to when we were having 1 million cases per day here. We had a couple days over 1 million cases back in January, which seems like ages ago, but it's not really. We had a day actually with 1.4 million cases somewhere in here as well. But we're actually on the rise here. Yesterday, we actually had 49,000 new cases, almost 50,000 new cases yesterday, which is above the 7-day average. The 7-day average is just under 30,000 new cases. So we are actually on the upswing here of new cases. Experts say this is because of the new BA.2 variant of the Omicron variant, which is the new variant, which they say is more infectious than the old Omicron variant, which is what caused this massive spike. And the question here is, you see these spikes, right? Now remember, this looks dwarfed because of how big this spike was. But if you took this massive spike away, these spikes used to look really huge. This spike had 300,000 cases at the high. And these spikes used to look really big. It's just that they're dwarfed by how massive this one was just 2 months ago. Okay, so and this caused record high deaths that were more than Pearl Harbor and more than 9/11 happening almost every single day. Okay, when we look at what was happening here with that, we were at 3,500 per day. Um, on a lot of days here. You could see here February 1st, just as an example here. And when we go back to over here, back in 2021, again 4,300 in a single day here on a lot of days as well. So uh, it can get really bad. And when you look at the U.S. here, we're nearing a million deaths from the virus, and 80 million people have caught the virus. And this is only people that have gone to official testing facilities, not people that have actually used the at home tests, which of course we know is a lot of people now. A lot of people now. Just to let you guys know, you can get these free now in multiple places. Number one, you can order these for free at the government website covidtests.gov. So it says it here, but this is a redirect here. So go to covidtests.gov, not .com. So covidtests.gov. And then you can order them for free. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything. You can order 2 sets now. 2 sets of 4 tests. Okay, so if you ordered one, you can order a second round now of 4 tests each for free. No credit card required, no anything. You just put in your name and your home address, and they send them to you. I know some people say they never got the first set. Maybe they literally got lost in the mail, but you can order a second set now. Hopefully you get them, but the vast majority, 90-some% of people got them. And remember, these tests cost like $29.99 at your local store. The other way to get them is if you're on Medicare, you can now get free test kits at local drugstores. Okay, this just became a new policy. As you can see here within the last few days, this is from CBS News, major headline news. This is why I let you guys know about all this stuff, because my whole job here, not really job or anything, but my whole goal here is to let you guys know about anything you need to know about. But if you're on Medicare, you can walk into a local uh, pharmacy or local store. I'll give you the stores here that participate in this, and you can get these for free. Okay, just show your Medicare card or papers, and you can get multiple tests for free now, in addition to the government website. The participating stores, well, real quick, you can see here more than 59 million people with Medicare Part B outpatient coverage will be able to get up to 8 free at home tests per month. Per month. So that's a lot. You might as well get them because they're free. FREE is like the best word ever, right? Nationwide pharmacy chains participating are Albertsons, Costco, CVS, Food Lion, Giant Food, The Giant Company, Hannaford, HEB, Hy-Vee, Kroger, Rite Aid, Shop and Stop, Walmart, and Walgreens. Okay. There might be some other ones, but you can see the list here on this article. Albertson, Costco, CVS, Food Lion, Giant Food, Giant Company, Hannaford, HEB, Hy-Vee, Kroger, Rite Aid, Shop and Stop, Walgreens, and Walmart. You can get 8 tests per month completely for free. And if you don't need them all, give them to your friends and family or your kids or anything like that, because they're free. Can't go wrong with free. These things cost like $30 a piece sometimes at your local store. Yeah. So you can thank me later for the information, right? But yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out to Nancy Pelosi and anybody else that's still dealing with the virus or anything. I mean, we don't want anybody to have to deal with this, or we wish everybody a quick recovery and Nancy Pelosi. Today is a historic day. The Senate has confirmed Ketanji Jackson as the first Black female Supreme Court justice ever. Today, here, check this out.
Under the previous order, all post-cloture time has expired. The question occurs on the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson of the District of Columbia to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States.
I ask for the yeas and nays.
Is there a sufficient second? There is, and certainly appears to be, a sufficient second. The clerk will call the roll. On this vote, the yeas are 53, the nays are 47, and this nomination is confirmed.
Yeah, and it just really shows how divided our Congress is, and really our country is at a lot of points here. They showed the vote there. 53 senators voted yes, so we did have some Republicans vote yes there, but the vast majority of the vote was Democrats voting yes. Republicans voted no. We had a few Republicans vote yes there. And you've seen all the Democrats standing up, cheering, voting yes. And the Republicans weren't even there. They all walked out at the end. And it's really kind of sad, isn't it? That it's just kind of how our political atmosphere is and has been for a long, long time. And you really kind of see this with almost every Supreme Court justice. And honestly, no matter who the Supreme Court justice is, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat, almost every one, the other party, whether they're Democrat or Republican, they always hate the Supreme Court justice. So if it's a Republican Supreme Court justice, the Democrats hate them. They find every which reason to hate them. If it's a Democrat Supreme Court justice being nominated, the Republicans find every which reason to hate them. It's really kind of sad. It's really kind of sad, isn't it? And you know, we really shouldn't be a country of hate. That's the problem with a lot of our society, is that yeah, I mean, and if you were a student of history, you'll see this happens with almost every Supreme Court justice that gets nominated. The other party just doesn't want to vote for any. You see this happen with almost every Supreme Court justice. And what's interesting here is that Mitch McConnell, leader of the Republicans, lowered the threshold to 51 votes, a simple majority rule, to get the Supreme Court justice elected. And you notice that there was only 53 votes there. So his own rule change, getting rid of the filibuster, which Mitch McConnell did, actually kind of comes back to bite him in the butt there, so to speak. Family friendly show here, because they didn't have 60 votes there. They didn't have 60 votes. And if Mitch McConnell didn't get rid of the filibuster, the Democrats wouldn't have been able to elect this Supreme Court justice. So Mitch McConnell's own rule change, getting rid of the filibuster, comes back to bite him because they didn't have 60 votes, the Democrats. So as my father would say, good for the goose, good for the gander. Mitch McConnell's filibuster, getting rid of the filibuster, cost him. Now, Mitch McConnell didn't vote for her. And here's what Mitch McConnell said just a few days ago. This is kind of a big threat. Check this out. Mitch McConnell says Biden must move to the center to get future Supreme Court picks through a GOP majority. Yeah, check this out. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, a Republican from Kentucky, said a few days ago here, he warned that President Biden will have to tack to the center, aka lean more Republican, after the 2022 midterm elections if he expects to fill another vacancy on the Supreme Court should Republicans win back control of the Senate. McConnell, who has urged his Senate Republican colleagues to oppose the judge, that the Supreme Court justice who was just nominated to the Supreme Court, he told reporters that Biden won't necessarily get to place another justice on the court if Republicans capture the Senate majority in November. He says, I'm not going to go forward with any prediction on what our strategy might be should we become the majority. He told reporters when asked whether he would commit to holding a vote on Biden's next nominee for the Supreme Court if another vacancy arises in 2023 or 2024 under a Senate Republican majority. So he's saying that he might not even elect a Supreme Court justice for years under Biden and might just simply say no. But McConnell signaled that Biden won't get to fill another seat on the high court if he nominates someone in the mold of Jackson, who McConnell has repeatedly criticized as a liberal activist judge. What I can say with pretty great certainty is the president who ran as a moderate and who has governed as Bernie Sanders would have to spend the last 2 years of his term being a moderate, he says, referencing the liberal senator from Vermont. And of course, Mitch McConnell famously kept the seat of late Justice Antonin Scalia vacant for nearly a year in 2016 in order to prevent then President Obama from filling it. Obama nominated then D.C. Circuit Judge Merrick Garland, who was viewed as a centrist choice, but McConnell refused to give him a hearing or a vote. And Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said Monday that Republicans would have blocked Jackson from joining the Supreme Court if they controlled the Senate. So Republicans aren't even masking this. They're literally just playing hardball. The question is that is this right to do so? Would Democrats do this also? And in the future, if Democrats did this as well, would Republicans complain about this, or is this just fair game going forward? You let me know your thoughts about this, because it's really interesting to say that they could not fill a vacancy in the Supreme Court for years potentially, and that one party could just simply block a Supreme Court seat for years just because one party controls the Senate. It's really an interesting thought. Yeah. Next up, I want to update you guys on the Indiana $125 stimulus checks or taxpayer refunds, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the same thing. Here's kind of an update on this. I've been having a lot of questions in the comments about these. It's just another stimulus check from states. This one is already approved, but again, I've had a lot of people saying, where are they? Here's an update on this. An estimated 4.3 million Hoosiers can expect a $125 automatic taxpayer refund check this spring after the state's revenue collections outpaced expectations last year, according to State Representative Craig Snow. So $125 automatic taxpayer refund this spring. Quote, a new law I supported expanded the list of who qualifies for this refund to include those who did not earn enough money to file a state return. That's very interesting. Quote, a new law I supported expanded the list of who qualifies for this refund to include those who did not earn enough money to file a state return. That is very interesting. These 900,000 additional Hoosiers should receive a refund because they still pay state sales taxes. Wow, that is amazing. Which are deposited into the state's general fund. And in the case of retirees, which may have paid income taxes throughout their working years. In total, 545 million will be returned to the Hoosier taxpayers, and another 545 million will go towards teacher pension obligations. Depending on how state tax returns are filed, refund payments could be made by direct deposit or mailed checks. The Indiana Department of Revenue expects to have refunds processed by May 1st for Hoosiers who complete their taxes by the April 18th deadline. Hoosiers work hard, and it's important to return money back to taxpayers where it belongs. So it looks like they're going to start sending these out or start having them processed by May 1st for those who complete taxes. It does not specify for people who don't file taxes for for almost 1 million people who don't pay taxes, how they're going to get out those checks. But that's why I wanted to, read this to you. A new law I supported expanded the list of those who qualify for this refund to include those who did not earn enough money to file a state return. These additional 900,000 Hoosiers should receive a refund because they still pay state sales taxes. So, very interesting. I will keep you up to date on this as well as all the other state sales or state stimulus checks and proposals. I actually going to have a big video on all these coming up here. I'll put them all into one video here coming up here in a few days. And really, there's going to be a lot more. A lot of states are, they all have billions of dollars and they're all going to be proposing new ones or coming out. I honestly think this year we could see stimulus checks from a vast majority of states as well as the federal government as well, especially because it's a big election year. And between me, you, and the tens of thousands of people that are going to watch this video, that probably has a lot to do with it as well. But also because they all have billions of dollars from the last stimulus package, and they have to use that money as well. So it's just sitting there, and they have to use it. So one way or another, it has to be used, and they have to use it in certain ways, like giving it back to the people. So make sure to subscribe down below. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribing is completely free to do so, and you don't want to miss out on new videos. You can click here to watch my newest video next, or you can click here to watch my new video on stimulus money, SNAP money, and pandemic EBT money for a bunch of states going out here. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.